What's up, guys? This is KingGoldLewis, and welcome back to another video of NBA 2K23. We're here to continue on with the Jordan challenges, and right now we're about to do this challenge, which is called The Shot. This takes place in May the 7th, 1989, the Chicago Bulls versus the Cleveland Cavaliers. And let's see what the challenges are. Juke Larry Nance and then correctly aim the shot and win the game. Okay.
You know when Michael Jordan is coming to town, you always wanted to get a good night's sleep, a good night rest, something good to eat, because you know the next day Michael Jordan is in your building and he's coming to put on a show, and you have to compete against that. Game 5 was at our place, and you know, a typical game, Eastern Conference game, a physical game. It was like a back and forth thing, the shot. You know, everybody want to talk about the shot. Chicago kept fighting, MJ kept making plays. It's at the end of the game, and we going to the timeout, and everybody talking. I was like, Coach, I want to guard MJ. Like, I got to guard MJ. There's only one player that's getting this basketball, and that's MJ. He's like, we're gonna put Craig Elo on there. I'm like, and he jumped up, and Elo jumps up, Elo stops, and MJ does this to Elo. Elo comes down, and he shoots it, and it was slow motion. And it was like, he's the guy that you want the ball in his hand late in the ball game, because he gonna win most of those ball games by himself.
Cleveland leads, Chicago inbounds. What can the Cavaliers do?
Cavs trying to deny Jordan the ball. They actually 2-on-1 him without the ball. Elo trying to catch back up. The shot's up. It's good!
Ooh, we actually got that shot. Let's go.
Winning shot. Doug Collins off the bench, and the Bulls have won.
You can never, ever count Michael Jordan out.
That's it? That was the challenge? That's all it took? What was that? I thought we were playing actual
Game, we had to like recreate the moment. That's it? Wow. That challenge only like 5 seconds. Okay, let's just move on to the next one. Man, that was so short, man. Okay, so we got to win the game, outscore Dominic Wilkins, and score 40 points, hold Dominic Wilkins to under 20 points. Okay. Man, I still can't get over that last challenge. It
barely
Michael
lasts for
was a
5
different
seconds.
level, man. It's a different level of competitiveness, just sheer will to win. He changed the game. He changed the game. I mean, not just in one aspect, in many aspects, in every aspect of the game, he changed it. I played against some of the greatest players in the history of this game. Michael Jordan was one of those guys that lifted my ability to the next level. We enjoyed the competition with one another. We played very hard and fiercely against one another, but it was like you had two gentlemen going head to head. Michael Jordan and I wasn't just coming down the court getting dunks at the dunks. We found creative ways to score. I can't tell you the fun and the pleasure I had to play against him. You know, and Michael and I, we never really talked about those games. It was kind of an unspoken thing between us. You know, the respect level that we had was at a different level. I think I had a great game in Atlanta, and I remember going to Chicago. Michael walks into our locker room, and we're still in suit and tie. We haven't gotten dressed yet, and he walks in our locker room, suit and tie, and I was like, what are you doing coming in our locker room? And I ain't gonna say exactly what I said. And so he walked by me, he walked by Kevin Willis, and he got to Randy Whitman. He tapped him on his butt and he said, lace him up, it's gonna be a long night. He got 60 that night. He got 60. And it was a very close game. I think it went down to the last shot in that game, but I think he proved his point.
Out there for Atlanta, Spud Webb at the point with Doc Rivers at the 2. At the forward positions, Dominique Wilkins and Moses Malone. John Koncak will be at center. And starting things off for the Bulls, it's John Paxson at point guard with Michael Jordan also at the guard. Then Scottie Pippen and Horace Grant at the 3 and 4. The veteran, Bill Cartwright in the middle.
Expectations are high for Jordan and Wilkins in this one.
All right, so
They're
we got to
both
hold
exceptional
Dominic
scoring
Wilkins
threats,
under 20
I know their
points.
teams are expecting each of them to be the difference makers out there as they try to get the W.
Now, here's Wilkins. That one good for 2. Wilkins has got the game going here with the first basket for Atlanta.
Well, Dominique runs into some tight defense, but sticks with his shot and manages to push through.
And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. You know,
3
often,
seconds?
Clark, it's the team's
Already?
respective leader who sets the tone for their whole squad.
You are correct, partner. So if Jordan or Wilkins can manage to get off to a hot start, that could spread to the other guys and get their whole team rolling early.
That's a good point. Shooting foul.
Hold up. Gotta do this every time. Put my meter on my layups.
As the whistle blows, he'll shoot 2 free throws.
I think what you most appreciate about Pippen, at least I do, is his versatility. I mean, he scores it, he rebounds, he passes, and he defends at a really high level.
You know, Clark, in some ways, this game could come down to either Jordan's or Wilkins. And who scores the most? Outperforming the other could seal the game for their team.
And, Kevin, that's exactly what we'll be keeping a close eye on. Which one is leading in the point column? Because I agree the winner of that duel very well could decide this thing.
Oh, what a duel it's going to be. Jordan's shot is off.
Boy, that is awesome defense, guys, against a capable finisher. Well done. I'm sure the coaches love that.
Rivers passes to Wilkins. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Just 4 points.
Wilkins and Jordan, a couple of talented one-on-one players who are both going to be seeking mismatches in this one.
And, you know, Kevin, if you're on either of these teams, you've got to be ready to come at Jordan and Wilkins defensively. Don't let them dictate things. Low-effort defense, not going to get it done because they'll take advantage of that fully.
Oof. Now here's Rivers following the miss by Michael Jordan. Obviously, Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen, Clark, both apply great defensive pressure. You know, but the Hawks have some fast hands and some nice defensive skills of their own.
Yeah, that's right, Kevin. I mean, you think about Doc Rivers. If the Bulls aren't careful around Rivers, he could create a lot of havoc and force a bunch of turnovers. And in a contest between two very high-scoring teams, we know every possession counts.
Yeah, Rivers is like a coach on the floor.
He really is. Slowly but surely.
Starting out pretty bad, but don't worry, we're going to get it going.
More.
Here's Jordan. Good D by Wilkins.
Hard to convert against that kind of defensive pressure.
There's the pass to Rivers. Dishes to Webb. Inside. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. So timeout called here, the first for Chicago. The two scoring leaders facing off. But to dig deeper, let's go to a guy who can dig as deep as any, David Aldridge. D.A.
Thanks, guys. We know that Dominique and Jordan scoring will probably be the big story of the night. But there's a lot more to these guys' games
What was
that could
that?
affect the outcome. With Wilkins, we've seen a new focus from him on improving his rebounding. And as always, Jordan's defense can be just as impactful as his offense. Guys, back to you.
You know, David, that's an interesting point, and I think you're right. It's not just, Clark, about scoring tonight. It's got to be a multi-faceted game. Wouldn't you agree?
I certainly would, Kevin. Limiting your opponent's touches and disrupting their shot attempts and their offensive flow, I think could be the real name of the game in this one. You just can't get it done with offense alone.
I know Jordan takes pride in his defense. We'll see if that's true tonight.
Yep, we'll keep an eye on that.
Clark, I know the Bulls are hoping for big things this year after making it all the way to the conference finals a season ago.
You know, I think Chicago proving they can handle teams like these Hawks could be a really good sign for them as they look to become a more dominant and consistent force in this league.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Bill Purdue's checked in for Cartwright. King comes in for Horace Grant. And Armstrong subbed in for John Paxson. Then for the Hawks, Willis comes in for Concat, and it's Carr.
Another 3 seconds.
Atlanta leading by 5. Some fresh competition, Clark, for the Bulls and Hawks in the league this year, with 2 expansion teams coming to the NBA in Orlando and Minnesota.
Exactly, Kevin. I mean, these teams are focused on the game at hand. That's pretty obvious, but this is a very interesting time for the NBA. A lot of new talent and a new landscape.
A lot of growing indeed. And that...
What a move that time. Crossed up the whole building on that play.
The #1 objective, Clark, of this Bulls defense has to be limiting Dominique Wilkins' looks. They've got to contain that incredible scoring of his.
Kevin, you're all over it. Right on point. I mean, if Chicago can't disrupt his usual scoring, then they're in for a long night and some real trouble.
There we go.
Chicago, Atlanta.
Now we're starting to get something going.
And these fans feeling a little extra electricity from Michael Jordan in this one. Pass to Wilkins. Got it.
He made that. Oh my God. That was playing so good.
Athletic and cut up. Just bouncing off the contact and scoring with that weight room strength.
Jordan with the bucket.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
Pass to Rivers. There's 47 seconds left to play here in the first. Carr, no good. The Bulls trailing. Jordan passes to King. Now Wilkins. He's got 8. And it's blocked.
Imposing his will on defense. Purdue's teammates love when he makes hustle plays like that.
Jordan. And it's Jordan with the jam.
The signature airtime of the one and only Michael Jordan going upstairs for the dunk.
Atlanta with the ball. Here's Webb. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, there's a reason it was way off. He got fouled.
The Hawks shooting their first free throws of the evening.
You know, Webb is known for being a high flyer. Despite being just 5'6", this guy can get up in the air like very few can. And he knows how to put on the show. He's an entertainer, a high flyer, but he's also a pretty well-rounded player, too.
It's good.
And you know he's finishing when he gets that close. Count it.
Webb with it, down low. Whistle blows, bucket is good.
And they're really giving this dude the ball.
To make it a 3-point play.
Boy, excellent work from the talented swingman. Wilkins just taking it on the chin right there.
11
and still
points.
muscling through the contact.
From deep, Jordan, no good on the last second attempt there. And the basket is good. And that's now 21 points for Michael Jordan.
Pretty good lead.
Not surprising at all to see Jordan piling up points, playing with a lot of determination and grit, and insisting on being aggressive looking for his shots.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks.
Coach not pleased with this run at all. I like the timeout right here.
Scottie Pippen's checked in for Chicago. And a change for the Hawks. Rivers checked in. Wilkins in the post. Guarded by Pippen. Looking to end the run. And that one hits back iron.
Well, you got to appreciate how consistent these Atlanta Hawks have been. I mean, season to season, even while going through some roster shakeups, they've been steady. Boy, listen to this Chicago crowd erupting. What a jam by Michael Jordan.
Passes to Wilkins. Malone kicks to Rivers. The Hawks again can't hit. Clark, as we know, last year the Hawks were able to hit 50 wins for the 4th consecutive season.
And Kevin, I think that speaks to obviously the product on the floor, but the quality of their organization too. I mean, these are players and coaches who just know how to win games.
Here's Livingston, stolen by Pippen. So far, Michael Jordan has been getting just about Clark everything he wants on the offensive end.
And that's not unexpected, but, you know, that doesn't bode well for the Hawks as Wilkins has been unable to answer Jordan with shots of his own, which I think says a lot about the job the Chicago defense is doing.
I agree. Let's go to David Aldridge, who has some inside info on the Chicago Bulls.
Hey, Kevin, when you talk to the coaching staff and you say, what's the key to success against the Hawks, they have a one-word answer. Michael. They expect big numbers from Jordan, probably exceeding his average of 35 points from last season. Back to you, Kevin.
Well, that's good stuff there, David. Sometimes, Clark, the answer is that simple, I guess.
Yeah, you don't have to complicate it, especially when you're talking about Jordan, because he does make it really simple. Although he's not a one-man show. His whole team is going to have to still step up.
And they take pride in that, don't they? Helping this very special talent do what they've got to do.
Yeah, they're pros, and they get their checks twice a month, too. The Hawks and the Bulls, when you look at the measurables of teams and players, pretty standard for the league, with explosively athletic backcourts and then quite a bit of size down low, too.
2 points. That one goes.
And, you know, Jordan loves muscling in through contact, takes a lot of pride in overcoming all challenges when he's taking the ball to the hoop.
Man, we're just going off right now.
Hard on defense. Boy, I love seeing that.
We just had a bad start, now we're just going crazy.
With it too. Rivers passes to Wilkins.
In this one, it's obvious they made a concerted effort to dominate the glass.
Oh,
and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle.
Oh my goodness.
For him. That sends Michael Jordan to
just
the free throw line.
ridiculous right now
They
with
get
MJ.
Wilkins. So for the Bulls, Will Purdue's checked in for Cartwright. King comes in for Horace Grant. Armstrong subbed in for John Paxson. And Atlanta will go for a different look here. Koncak's checked in for Malone. Willis comes in for Livingston. Carr, he's checked in for Wilkins. And it's Webb in for Tony. The Hawks trail by 20. Clark, we were talking about size. Both of these teams start a 7-footer at center.
Yeah, you know, Koncak and Cartwright are very imposing at that position, Kevin. And then you get Grant and Malone are paired evenly at 6'10", so, hey, there's no way this game is not going to be physical in the paint.
Yeah, it'll be a battle for sure. Pippen. That's tipped. They get it back. Purdue the pass to Jordan. Goes back up. And the layup's good off the glass. Jordan's got 38 points.
And we got to take over
Jordan's
again.
simply amazing at finishing through contact. Doesn't matter what you throw at him or who. All
right, let me chill out with these
and
fouls.
The foul called on Michael Jordan. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Hawks making a switch here. Smith is checked in. 1:09 left in the second quarter.
So I love how aggressive Webb is. Although he's undersized, very much so, he still finds a way to draw contact.
The Atlanta shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
Shooting for Atlanta, Spud Webb.
That one is no good. The Bulls leading by 20. And Jordan gets it to go. Jordan's got 40 points.
Playing with pace pays off as they get.
And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. Here's Jordan. And the rejection by Smith. A nice shot by Jordan. Well, as you can see, when you're casual with the ball, it can come back to bite you.
For sure. I mean, playing loose can help you and hurt you. It can cut both ways. I think they've got to tighten it up a little bit here. Jordan letting the Hawks know his range is legit. He doesn't always have to penetrate. He can knock down the jumper, too.
Here's Smith. Here's Koncak. 1 up, 1 down. Where Michael Jordan and Dominic Wilkins have been
and 23. Just letting loose right now.
And as this second half gets underway, the defensive ability of the Hawks and Bulls only become more
good
important.
dunk.
You got to limit your opponents down the stretch, and both of these teams have the ability to do that.
On the court right now for the Hawks, we've got Webb. Malone is out there with Koncak. Then there's Carr. And it's Rivers in at the shooting guard position. Michael Jordan's presence felt by every fan in attendance.
There it is right there in front of you. Jordan going to work and dunking it like only he can.
Carr, the pass to Webb. Shot clock at 6.
Come on,
pass
come
to
on.
Rivers. Pippen with the steal. Jordan against Webb.
Nope.
Pippen, and Pippen slams it in.
Really crafty play that time by Jordan. Good decision. His defense was locked in on him, so he gave it away.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. We were talking about this before, but Clark, some very capable defenders on both sides of the floor.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, the duo of Pippen and Jordan, so effective at wreaking havoc and forcing turnovers. And the Hawks have Doc Rivers, who can hassle ball handlers. He's physical.
We're just going really crazy so far. We've been getting a whole bunch of steals.
Block shots, too.
Both are fun to watch. Webb the pass to Conca. Jordan with the steal. We're going over the numbers from the first half. Clark, Jordan was able to top Wilkins in scoring.
And we're just dominating them and scoring right now, 58-23. I told you guys I got this under control.
Really hard to get. Not all of it.
Jordan against Webb.
And one.
Three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Pretty good display of strength by Jordan.
Man, we're just going crazy so far.
And steal.
And how many times did Jordan get his takeover? Like
He's checked in
4 or
for
3
Wilford.
times? It's
Then
most
for the
likely
Hawks.
4.
Livingston's checked in for Concac. Wilkins comes in for Carr. And it's Tony.
And we just been plunking the ball over
seven
and
free
over
throws in the
and
game.
over.
Personal foul.
A free throw drops for Rivers.
Shooting for Atlanta.
Rivers hits both of them. Here's Jordan. Paxson against Tony. Paxson
Look
with the
at
steal.
that, bro.
Getting some elevation, Michael Jordan.
Boy, outstanding ball movement from Paxson there.
Just
showing
letting
willingness to
loose.
involve his teammates.
Paxson.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. And stolen by Jordan. That shot off the mark. And it's the Hawks taking it the other way. Yeah, an experienced coach who knows his team inside and out. That's Mike Fratello. Clark, do you think that gives the Hawks an advantage?
I think it could, Kevin. I mean, Coach Fratello will have an easier time seeing what his team needs out there and will know what adjustments best suit this squad. Michael Jordan, MJ.
That's all I see
Really doesn't get
scoring.
much
Just
better
straight
than
up
this.
MJ.
And it's the Hawks' ball. Here in the third quarter, the Bulls, Clark, have managed to be pretty effective when it comes to defending Dominique Wilkins.
Yeah, you know, their focus, Kevin, in terms of defending him, I think has really been good. Really good. And I think you can tell it started to frustrate Dominique a bit.
You can. And Jordan slams it in.
Pretty artful dribbling.
Jordan lays it up and banks it in. 64 points for Jordan.
Enjoying this big lead, and right now
I
they
didn't
look unstoppable on
put the
offense.
bar in the green zone.
There's 1:38 left in the third quarter. Passes it to Rivers. Makes it off the glass. Rivers has got 10 points
Look
in
at
the
the
game.
score,
When you
everyone.
think about Michael
27
Jordan,
to
you think about
71.
scoring, putting the ball in the basket. But he does a lot of other stuff out there as well, like moving the ball effectively. Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
And here is Jordan. What an incredible scoring display he has put on tonight. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2.
How many points does Jordan have, bro?
Plenty of ways to outwork the defense and get his points. And, you know, they aren't showing any signs of easing up. Their offense looks superb right now.
And so it's the Diddy Clark. He was going to take it all the way, knowing that Michael Jordan likes to. Can you believe that?
Turned up and turned out, throwing it down. Come on. Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
And 3 from Jordan. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
How about that for a response? Gotta love seeing MJ fire back with the 3 of his own.
Tony the pass to Carr. Tony dishes to Smith.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Willis down low. He's against King. Smith on the wing. He's covered by Armstrong. Smith's no good. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And Jordan slams it in.
What a way for them to finish the game, closing it out with some terrific play.
Now here is Smith. Good.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
Jordan deciding where to go with it. Launches it. Bucket's good.
Major dominance in it. Comes so easily for him. Fantastic.
Man, 100 points to close out with the game, man. That is so awesome right there.
Here tonight with Michael Jordan delivering a terrific performance to overcome Wilkins and these Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah, Kevin, able to beat Dominique's
That was probably
offensive
the best
talents
game
once
I ever
again.
had in these
Always
past
special,
challenges,
though,
man.
to watch these two go
We just
at
let
it head to
MJ
head.
go off.
MJ got the better of Dominique this time.
He did tonight. But looking beyond
Yeah,
just
a
the
lot
two
of
stars,
steals,
Mark,
too.
As you like to say, this,
Like,
was
this
a
is
team
probably
win.
the best game I had so
Absolutely,
far.
Kevin. I mean, Jordan.
And we completed all 3 challenges. Would you look at that? Man, just went off. I gotta look at MJ's stats after this. I gotta take a look to see how good I did. 91 points, 12 rebounds, 7 steals. Man, he just went off so far.
All right, we're gonna have to stop this video here, guys. If you enjoyed it, be sure to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. You guys have been really enjoying these Jordan challenges videos that I've been giving you guys so far. If you guys want me to continue on, please show your support by smashing the like button. And I will see you guys in the next video.